Potentially someone could perceive that as a hate crime.
Anarchy in the UK used to be the title of a Sex Pistols song. Now it would be a political improvement. Any form of devolved power would be an improvement. When you look at some of the diverse and emergent leaders in the UK, do they look like atavistic throwbacks, or are they the future? I'm talking, of course, of men like Jeremy Corbyn. Whether you agree with him or not, he's a man of principles, a man who the deep state took down. Look into it, baby. Also, men like Nigel Farage, feared, loathed. He's a man that I've personally quarrelled and quibbled with.
But this man is not a cartoon character. He ain't Del Boy. He ain't Arthur Daly. He is a pound shop Enoch Powell, and we gotta watch him.
The simple truth is this: this is no longer a time for left versus right. This is a time for anti-establishment to unite and to oppose the evident and clear globalist corruption of that queer fellow Keir. What a peculiar leader he is. Laden with nasal hypocrisy, he stands on a podium. He abides as he lies. We will reduce your bills, your gas bills. You can be sure of it. I'll be over there in Ukraine, and Putin, he will stand down. Old age pensioners have never been better. Farmers have never had it so good. I would say he lies through his teeth, but he don't. He talks through his nose, and he speaks a lot of the time straight out of his arse. But what are the British people going to do as authoritarianism accrues yet more power, as a corrupt and evil media owned by oligarchs and seeking only to divide and lie continues to parrot inevitable endless half-truths and lies? How will the British people rise up? Are we on the brink of a British Revolution? Are these inept mannequins that stand in office now cracking, crumbling and falling before our very eyes? What did we learn from those lies exposed by Assange et al.? Is this a time for real change in the UK? Apparently not. Arrests for offensive posts are doubling in 7 years. Now, you could favourably say, perhaps, that that's because people are online a lot more now. There's a lot more online traffic. Let me know in the comments and chat if you believe that the fact that UK arrests for online speech is reason to be concerned about the UK. Do you believe that a similar thing would have happened here in the United States of America had Kamala Harris and the Democrats won? Do you believe that the EU is a corrupted vessel, a bureaucracy that's designed to ensure that various governments and other non-government organisations continually align in their interests? An obvious example is Ursula von der Leyen's peculiar relationship with Albert Bourla at Pfizer that was exposed but not sufficiently investigated during the time of the pandemic. It's clear that there's a criminal class at the top of European politics and British politics in particular. That much appears to be evident, but will they ever be exposed? And what does it tell us when the laws that are passed and the arrests that are made always appear to benefit these powerful institutions? What does it mean when a UK mother is arrested for confiscating her children's iPads? Man, who among us that has kids and continually negotiates the screen, no screen axis? I don't want them to look at screens because I know that screens are fundamentally evil little Luciferian rectangles pumping their minds full of lies. But if I don't get 10 minutes away from these little bastards, I'm going to go crazy. Actually, no, look, what are they watching now? It's evil, vile, pagan propaganda that's lowering their frequency, that's lowering their consciousness, that's selling them food that's bad for them, that would pump them full of endless vaccinations that nullify their immune systems and, for as far as we know, make them vulnerable to demonic energies. I'm going to confiscate them. Woo, 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 woo. Excuse me, madam. The 6-year-old there has made a complaint that you confiscated their iPad. Well, I bought them the iPad. That doesn't matter, madam. I'll ask the questions. Well, doesn't it seem ridiculous that I'm being arrested because I've confiscated my child's iPad? Madam, it might seem ridiculous, but this is the United Kingdom, and ridiculous is what we do now. It's what we do best. And what could be more ridiculous, let me know in the comments and chat, than a man being arrested for being deaf? Yeah, you heard. He didn't, but you did. For being deaf. A man has been arrested for asking someone to speak more clearly. Asking someone to speak more clearly is racist now. Let's have a look at this extraordinary moment where the British police force, now I'm not talking about my own cases here now. I'm sure those investigations have been carried out thoroughly with the best of intentions, with justice and balance and integrity and authenticity and the protection of the vulnerable in mind. Let's put all that to one side over here and just look at this this case? And tell me in the comments and chat, does this look like a police force acting with integrity on behalf of the British people? Let's look at it with our own eyes. Who are you going to trust? The British government, the globalist media, or your own lying eyes?
Apparently during some conversations between yourself, apparently you have alleged, and we weren't here, so I don't know you've said it, but you've alleged to say, speak English, or what's that effect?
Speak clearly.
Speak clearly.
Now, you've been alleged to say, speak English. Speak English is one of the most hurtful things a person can ever say. Well, let me know what you think in the comments and chat when you hear someone say, did you say speak English? No, I said, could you speak up? Even if he said, speak English, that ain't hate, you know. Like, it ain't hate for an English person in England to say, speak English. It's not great. That ain't great. Me personally, I reckon an open-hearted approach to all people, to all strangers, like that, you know, England is England for a reason, Scotland is Scotland, Ireland is Ireland, Wales is Wales, maximum devolution, maximum power to the population there, and then let those populations, if you agree with democracy, let me know in the comments and chat. Give those populations the chance to have a referendum on what they think is a sensible level of immigration. If you're trying to test the temperature of a nation, if you're trying to work out what people want and don't want, ask them. And maybe you could have referenda on a smaller basis still. Remember the principle of subsidiarity that I keep talking about. You could ask a particular borough, community or town, do you want to have immigrants come? If you do, you can decide on it because it's your life. It's your taxes, it's your consciousness, it's your family, it's your rights. After all, we believe in democracy, don't we? Unless we're using the word democracy to mean our control over our institutions. And the only three letters you can trust in democracy is the first three. D-E-M. Not democratic, but demonic. That's what the UK increasingly looks like, that it's fallen to demonic forces. That's what I believe. Let me know if you believe that. Now, that might seem religiously hysterical, but does it seem religiously ridiculous to you that people are being arrested for saying speak English or speak clearly? That a mother has been arrested for confiscating an iPad off of her child? Does it seem ridiculous that there are these draconian practices taking place in the same nation where when it was suggested that there might be a rape gang inquiry, the government went, why would we want to have a rape gang inquiry? What could that possibly reveal? It's not like every half hour another member of parliament's revealed to be a paedophile. We don't need inquiries there. We need inquiries. Let's find somewhere else to do inquiries. Now, I'm not talking about my own complicated, it seems, cases. I'm not talking about that. But it seems like that the British government would be much happier to investigate the past. It seems like the British media, who've embraced historically, hysterically, and as a matter of record, all manner of crackpots, kooks, paedophiles and perverts embraced them, fated them, gloried in their perversions. Why is it they don't want to have a rape gang inquiry in the UK? Why is it that the British government and the British media seem to hate the British working class? Now, you remember that is not a phenomenon confined to the islands that I come from, but in the United States as well, there was this tendency to vilify and condemn American men and women that hunt and fish, that are competent and capable, that can survive. Is it a coincidence that the British are trying to strangle the very life out of their farmers, ensuring perhaps one could speculate control over food, over everything else as well? Maximum control seems to be the principle that they abide by. That's how it seems to me. I got two dogs, you know, like that Native American tale. Which wolf is the stronger? The one you feed most. Well, in my house, it's the one that I like. Because one of my dogs I don't care for too much. It's my daughter's dog, really. But I have to supplement them both because I want them both to be healthy and strong. That's why we use rough greens. Yeah, you can use it as a pun. Ever see your dog slowing down or having health issues and wonder what you can do to make it better? Well, my friend, add rough greens to your dog's food for 90 days and you'll see changes that will amaze you. Guaranteed. Invented by a naturopathic doctor, Dennis Black, Rough Greens wants to invite you to give your pup the Rough Greens 90-day challenge. In the first 30 days, you will see shinier coats and increased energy. Wow, look at that shiny pup. By day 60, your dog will have a stronger immune system, less shedding, and improved joint function, all due to the live nutrients you've added to their diet. You're going to see better digestion, reduced inflammation, improved heart health, and you might even have reduced their cancer risk. Fetch a free Jumpstart trial bag for your dog today. Go to roughgreens.com, use the promo code Russell. That's RUFF Greens. Ruff Greens. Ruffgreens.com and use the promo code Russell and just cover shipping. You don't have to change your dog's food to improve your dog's health. Just add a scoop of Rough Greens. Give it a little scoop. It's better than when it's coming out the other end, baby. Let's watch the rest of the British police arresting and harassing a British person for saying speak English in, what was the country he was in again? England.
No, the gentleman's partially deaf.
Yeah, he can't speak clearly. Yeah.
So I couldn't even hear him.
No, and that's fine, and that's why we've just come to speak, because potentially someone could perceive that as a hate crime.
Did we just know this was going to happen?
People, you know, if someone says to me, officer, I believe this, then we need to look at it, because someone's potentially reporting to me.
Potentially, someone could perceive that as a hate crime. Potentially, we could wander together through the mirrors and mazes of all time. We could reimagine and reframe. We could repurpose and rename everything to defame whoever we need to defame. We can maim the past and maim the future, maim the present, come together, gather more power for Keir Starmer. They call him two-tier Keir. Some say that it's queer. Some say that the whole thing's an attempt to garner levels of authority that you would never grant to a charismatic madman like Genghis Khan, let alone some sort of pen-pushing dullard risen up through the fish tank of bureaucracy into the shark tank of globalist imperialism. Extraordinary, risen without trace, governing without morals. Let me know in the comments and chat what you think about British people being arrested for confiscating their children's screens. Let me know in the comments and chat what you think about the refusal to have an inquiry into the rape gang culture. Let me know what you think in the comments and chat about the British agricultural crisis, where British farmers are being ignored and shut down while Keir Starmer claims he's listening to those very same farmers. Let me know in the comments and chat what you think is going on in the United Kingdom. It seems like it's colossally and unimaginably and almost irreparably corrupt without powerful and radical change, which on the political level will mean new political alliances have to occur right now. I'm saying the right, in the form of, say, Nigel Farage, and the left, in the form of, say, Jeremy Corbyn and George Galloway and other former members of Parliament like Andrew Bridgen, who was one of the first to speak out about the post office scandal, where the British government looked away while innocent people were accused of crimes they didn't commit, and no one did anything about it until someone made a TV programme about it. It seems that the British are in complete control of that little rectangle of Luciferian doubt called the goggle box, that their moral centre is so cleaved and broken that all they can discuss is the pixelated lies coming from pixelated liars. But that's just what I think. Let me know what you think in the comments and the chat. Hey, thanks for watching. If you want to see more uncensored content where free speech can flourish, join our live stream. Click the link right here to watch the next video if you want to, or become a member of a growing movement. Download the Rumble app and you'll be informed every time we make a new piece of content. Stay free.